Yep, representing the strip today, which is good. The star in the middle, lucky star. So, as you know, it's a Purple Haze game this week, Starlight Purple Haze game, and such a great tradition that we have at this club and raising money for the Starlight Foundation. And we started that yesterday by getting down the strip, rattling the tins, and was fortunate enough to get a few bucks there. So the boys are really keen to get out this Friday night and represent the Starlight Foundation in the Purple Haze game. So to get all our fans out there dressed in purple and really support us and get behind us.
How long have you been on board and what made you so passionate to get involved?
I think after my first year at this club, I decided to get on board. Speaking personally, that I dealt with a lot of problems growing up. I was born with a cleft lip and palate, and PMH were excellent for me in their support. Wasn't particularly in the Starlight Foundation or in the rooms, but to be involved at PMH and the amount of work I've done dentally and up till the age of 13, they were terrific. And to have that opportunity to give something back and to go see the kids and hang out with them, and like yesterday, to walk around with little Lauren while she was strutting her stuff and collecting the money, it was awesome. And it gives you such a great feeling and appreciation of the position you're in.
Just on Friday in the game, obviously you don't get too many chances to play in Friday night footy, and obviously the attention that goes with it. Excited by that prospect and the fact that you've made such a good start to the season?
Yeah, really excited about Friday night. As I said, it's the Purple Haze game, and it gives such great tradition for us to really represent them with how we play on the day, and it's giving great effort. 22 blokes playing their role, and aiming to come away with the win and coming up against a great side who's also in some great form, Essendon, and really looking forward for the challenge to what we can produce. And like you said, Friday night footy, everyone in Australia is watching you. It's a big stage, and that's what we're starting to get ourselves accustomed to, is playing in front of the big stage and playing big footy.
Are Essendon hard to judge, given that they played a pretty average Melbourne team last week?
I don't think it's what side you come up against. Every side's different, and the challenges that certain clubs are facing at the moment, they go through them. But Essendon have proved that in the last 2 weeks they are a red hot team at the moment. I think sitting on top of the ladder, going really well, and that just brings a challenge for us. We've had a really good start to the season, and it's about backing it up each week, and we're coming up against a strong side, and they're proven. So looking forward to the challenge.
Chris, how's your shoulder? You copped a bit of a heavy bump from Brett Goods on the weekend.
Yeah, it was a really good hit. Proud of myself to bounce back up, but yeah, shoulder's going well. Able to hopefully get in amongst training this week, and then to get ready for Friday night. So don't think I'll let anything happen to miss that opportunity.
Did it stun you a bit? I mean, you bounced your feet straight away, but he looked like he got you pretty solidly.
I think it was just in the heat of the battle. You cop hits, and every player in the field has copped some sort of hit throughout the game. Yeah, just probably the opportunity of getting whacked and then responding, and that's what Ross always speaks about. He speaks about the emotions and feelings. It's what you do to respond, and at the time I think I just responded in the way what I normally do is I just chase and harass and tackle, and it was a really good hit by him, but I'm fortunate enough that I'm able to bounce back up and get ready for this week.
Chris, a couple of other guys, I think Clancy Pearce had a bit of a cork, and Michael Johnson had a bit of a tough hit at the end, and also Lockie Neal in the waffle on the weekend had a cork. Do you know how those guys are going?
As I'm aware of that, every player obviously goes through some bumps and brawls through the game, and it's about how you can do what you can do to prepare for the next week. And I think we're a very professional side in the way we prepare, and those blokes have seen the physios and the fitness staff to what they have to do to get themselves right. So I know that everyone's been in this morning, I think, going through their protocols of getting ready for this weekend, and they'll continue to do that until Friday night and selection.
You're unbeaten to a zip. What does the Friday night big stage, national stage, mean to yourself?
It's just about playing consistent footy still. We've won 2 so far, but footy's a funny game. You have your ups and downs through the year. It's about how you keep playing and performing on the weekends, and as long as we're giving great effort and really making sure that we can perform and play our role and letting the 22 blokes get out there and get the job done, it's definitely important for that to happen. But it's the Starlight Purple Haze game. We've got all our fans there dressed in purple. The crowd's going to roar, knowing our fans are awesome, and we'll hopefully be out there and giving the effort that they expect.
Do you sense the fans are the expectations are rising as only 2 weeks in, but they can sense this could be a pretty big year for your team?
Look, their expectations are probably always high for us. They want their club to play well, and for us it's really just about sticking to what we do, and that's training with purpose and bringing that to life come game day. And as Ross always speaks about, it's about actions and giving great effort and playing your role. And if we have 22 blokes doing that week in, week out, as he speaks about, it's not about win or loss, it's about producing that. If we produce that, then the win should come from that.
Are you expecting, speaking of actions, Hayden Valentine obviously will be scrutinised everywhere he goes, given his record with the match review panel. Do you expect him just to play the same type of role and same type of gusto that he goes without his footy? Yeah,
that's the way Hayden plays. That's where he plays his best footy. There's been speculation on whether he goes below it or not, but we believe that he plays his best footy when he comes close to the edge. We felt that he was looking after one of our tag players. That's what we do. We like to help out our teammates. We're 22 brothers out there looking after each other, and he's definitely one that always cares about his mates. So I think Ross has already said that he's definitely up for selection and ready to go, and he's been training really well since he's had this break and looking really strong and fit and ready to go.
Hayden Crozier, how did you see his game on the weekend? He got a couple of goals?
Yeah, we don't judge people by the goals that they kick. It's more about the actions that they do, and he was able to defensively play well as a forward, so he was able to work hard both ways, really played his role, and it's great to see that we've got players playing in the waffle at the moment that are really challenging the senior players for positions. You only know your side when you're really strong, when you have not only the blokes playing on the weekend, but the other players in the side really putting pressure on the senior players to keep performing. And I think that with the position he's in, with himself, Ballas, Sonny, a few other small forwards, if you have all them preparing and playing well, then there's a lot of competition for spots, and that's what's going to make us a strong side.
Just one quick one on Friday night. Joe Watson obviously gets so much of the footy. Ryan obviously marks down the calendar each opponent that he sort of gets hold of. Fair chance he may go to him at some point and bother the heck out of Joe on Friday night. Yeah, well, Joe's a terrific player. Credentials speak for himself. He's had a really great start to the season, leading from the front for his side, and for us it's probably going to be a 22-player effort, but the coaches will decide what happens with him during the week, and I think Ryan got him last year, so we'll see how that goes this week.
What have you noticed from Essendon's form so far?
Well, they're scoring heavily, which is noted on the weekend. They are getting the ball inside 50 and scoring heavily, and I think when you're doing that, it's pretty hard to stop. And I think for us, it'll just be one of those games where we play our style and our brand of footy, and not allow them to score as much as they have been.
That's one big game plan, I guess, your defensive game style as opposed to their free-flowing nature. Is that the way you see it?
Well, I think it'll be a battle between the coaches on the plans and the game plans that they decide to do on the weekend. And for us, it'll be to follow Ross's game plan pretty strictly, and to make sure that we not allow Essendon to have that free-flowing game, and to stick to what we've been doing lately.